Hey everybody, it's SunGod here. How's it going? So we've got a new build that's out today. This is what is this? This is March 4th, 2014. And Alpha 7.2 has just come out, so I figured I would do a quick combination, my impressions on 7.2, as well as a quick update on my base here. So I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the last video to compare what's changed and what's not. Just done a little clean up in here and added some new storage, got some more forges, my water supply over here. I've put some sort of lining on the walls in order to make it look a little bit prettier. One thing I have to say about 7.2 is that I definitely like the improved sense of realism, especially underground, and the textures, the lighting. They've done some just bumped the mic, sorry about that, some pretty substantial lighting improvements and work on the reducing the brightness of the torches and the campfires. Frankly, I still think it's a little bit too hot when you have multiple light sources put together, but that's probably just an issue of me. I could probably cool it down if I do stuff like this. Instead of just complaining about it, I could be a little proactive about it, huh? Anyway, so yeah, that helps a little bit, so I can reduce the number of torches that I'm using. Yeah, so pretty cool. And this is all areas that I've mined out in order to follow basically some ore, some iron ore that I found along the way. Iron is ridiculously plentiful that I found so far. That, or I've just gotten lucky and hit the mother lode as I'm going through and mining, but this was a fairly good-sized deposit of ore and gravel. That's nothing compared to the one that I'll show you in a little bit. Let's see, another little area that I mined out there. Here was a pretty decent-sized area here, but I filled in a lot of it, so you can't really tell. One gripe that I do kind of still currently have is about the way that the diamond blocks and the transition to the traditional square blocks. You can see little things like here, the rock overlapping this square block, the wood. Anybody that's tried to place doors underground knows what I'm talking about. You have a door basically that is going through rock. It just looks really goofy. So clearly there's work that remains to be done. I'll show you another example in the hallway that I'm going to go down to when I show you the other part of my mine. I have to spend a little bit of time underground here because I got about another 7 hours or so until daylight, and then I'll go upstairs and show you what my upstairs facility. But before I go digging through here, I'll just give you a quick tour. The door on the right goes up to my base, and I'll use the glitching bug to show you where everything is located. So this tunnel here, I was digging down south, thinking that I would get down to the desert area to get some sand. I've only gotten maybe to about here or so. Not sure if I'm going to go all the way there. Sometimes it's just easier to run there. But when I run over the surface, then I don't, then I have to worry about the zombies and the dogs and running over the hills and using more water, going over hills. And frankly, I'd rather just drill my way down, but I'm not in the mood to do it right now. All right, another thing I was going to mention. See, this is a torch inside of the wall. Looks kind of crap, doesn't it? You can't even really tell if it's a torch. If there was a light source there, you could. So let me use the glitch bug here. I'll show you. So obviously we're looking down the tunnel. This is the base that I just came from. That's the area that I was walking through. I mined out that first vein. It's the ladder going way up to my base over in the wasteland. And anyway, back to what I wanted to show you. See the series of torches down here, which I'm using to light the way. Prior to Alpha 7, I think a lot of people were just throwing them on the wall, just doing a 1 block wide by 2 block high tunnel to get through and just stick the torch on the wall as long as you didn't put it at ground level. You didn't have to worry about getting stuck on the torch. If you did put it on ground level, then you did have to worry about getting stuck on the torch sometimes. But one thing I've noticed about 7.2, and maybe it's just me, or maybe it's a change in the way that the diamond blocks work, but when I was putting the torches up at head level on the second block of the second vertical block of the tunnel. Sometimes I was running into it. It felt like I was getting stuck. So I decided just to dig in, one little block there, stick the torch in. But as you notice, the torch obviously thinks that it's being placed on a square block, the old square blocks, and it's not really handling the transition to the diamond shaped blocks very well. So clearly a lot of work still needs to be done in those transitions. As I pointed out, I think in an earlier video, that if you use a diamond stone block inside of a square hole, maybe you had a hole in your fortification, you want to plug it up, maybe the fortification was reinforced concrete or just concrete or even wood, if that's what you had. If you just stick a stone in there, then you still have the diamond, and it looks like crap, frankly. It's not flush, it doesn't look good, and clearly it's something that is sort of unacceptable as a long term, but hey, we're alpha, so we got to forgive a lot of things. So kind of moving on, doesn't it just looks so much better. The textures, I really like the textures. The effect of realism, I dig. I appreciate that they're going for a smoother world. I'm totally down with that. So any criticisms that I make are really, I'm intending them to be as constructive criticism, even though sometimes it may not come off that way. That's just kind of the way that I am. But I wanted to improve the look of the world, but kind of the V shape at the bottom and the top of the tunnel, it's not working for me. If they want to make it rounder at the bottoms and the top, so it looks like a more rounded tunnel, not elliptical, but more curved, because frankly, I don't like the way this tunnel looks. It looks like crap. It's more realistic feel, but if I was actually mining that, I would have a flat floor, not a little V gully that I have to walk in. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's definitely a step in the right direction, and I'm sure some more work is going to go into it. There's a lot of discussion about the whole diamond and traditional square block issue on the 7 Days to Die forums. Okay, so this was another sort of iron ore vein that I had stumbled into. You can't really tell from here because I've built in this large mining superstructure. It's a tiered structure. As you can see here, it goes up, I believe it's 7 levels, 4 levels between each, so it's between 25 and 28 blocks vertical worth of a huge iron vein that I mined out. Initially, when I stumbled across building my tunnel, I thought, oh, it's just here. I'll just mine in through here and I'll dig down here and that's it. Big deal. I mean, everybody's found those, right? What I didn't realize is that the ore up here kept going back and up and up and up, and I will try and jump up here to show you a little bit of it. You can sort of see through the gap there, the upper tiers, but that's not even all of it. You're just seeing a little glimpse of it. I'll go up the ladder and I'll show you, but you'll see it better, I believe, from the second level. Head up here. So I've got little tiered systems with protection so I don't fall down, because I will fall down at some point. I believe this is where you can see a little bit better. Yep, catch that, you see? So this is the second level. We came from the first, so we're on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels there. All of this was iron with some gravel mixed in. I believe I mined somewhere between 700 and 800 blocks, iron ingots out of this thing once they were processed. The blocks themselves, I had more blocks that I could store, frankly, so I had to go cut down some trees in order to keep the furnaces going, or the forges. That's why I have so many forges right now, is because I had 3 that were devoted purely just to melting down iron. So iron is quite plentiful, it appears, in Alpha 7. Not complaining, because it could be tricky to come by in Alpha 6 and prior. Not all the time, you just had to be persistent and manage your iron use well, but once you got enough iron, you never really had to worry about it. But here I've only found 3 veins. I believe I already have about 1,400 iron ingots. That's just about 3 days worth of playing on this map. I spent a fair amount of time today, working on this cleaning this out. There's no iron left in here. This vein here, I probably spent 5-6 hours mining everything out. I thought about using TNT, but the problem with the TNT, of course, is that it destroys blocks. Oh, that's freaky. It looks like a little face, doesn't it? Little eye there, and a big mouth. It's screaming because it's scared. Ooh. Okay, I'm just saying things. So, anyway, yeah, it does feel like a cave. So despite my my initial knee-jerk reaction of I don't like the diamond blocks, it definitely is far better realism than it used to be. Gripe, you can't tell if a block is damaged or not because of the textures. The textures already look cracked, right? So how do I know if it's damaged or not? I don't. The only thing I can tell are the traditional square blocks, if they're damaged or not. So I can't tell if stone is damaged. I can't tell if dirt is damaged, and I believe sand as well. I might be missing out on something, but I think that's it. Anyway, I'll head back down here. Time check, it's only about 1 a.m. Still got about 6 hours of time, so I got about 5 or 10 minutes to kill here before I can go up and show you the upside. Nothing really down here yet. I'll just run down there real quick and show you how far I've gone. I've gone nowhere near. See, I've got another vein here that I haven't even touched. God only knows how big that thing is, but lots of gravel. I have died in a collapse because of the gravel, which is, I like the change. I was one of the people that says, you know what, I'm totally in favor of bringing in some of the stuff that's reminiscent from Minecraft, and the gravel and collapsing was one of those things. A trick about mining gravel, if you're trying to collect the gravel, find the top of the stack and work your way down. Do not start at the bottom, because as of Alpha 7.2, gravel that falls from a height is destroyed and you cannot collect it. That, I believe, for you Minecraft folks, is different behavior than what you see in Minecraft. Once you hit the bottom block and everything collapses down, you can still collect those. So that's an easy way to mine. And I think once you have to like put a torch under it or something stupid like that. It's been like 3 months since I played Minecraft, but it was something like that. Anyway, falling gravel will kill you. Be very careful when you're mining out large areas, because the rules about having support still hold true. So even though in my shaft that we just went into, I had that 7-story tall structure, I probably structurally didn't need it, but when I died at about the 3rd level of it, because I wasn't paying attention to what I was mining, I had several sections of gravel and ore collapse on me because I didn't support them well. That's when I instituted that structure. So I would really advise anybody, especially when you're getting to areas of gravel and ore in large rooms, even if they're rock only, put in your supports. Okay, the other thing, if you just want to clear out an ore, not ore, but gravel area, just hit the bottom one, they'll all collapse, stay out of the way, and you can very easily create huge rooms with that. Or stick a little dynamite in there if you don't want to dig a lot. Now, dynamite, I didn't use a lot of dynamite. Like I said, I was worried about destroying a lot of the blocks. I probably only used about 3 sticks of dynamite in this entire area. Most of it was just done the old-fashioned way with the pickaxe. I feel like I'm going through a lot more pickaxes now than I did before. I don't know if that means that I've just not been paying attention to my mining technique, if I'm actually doing more work for less ore because of the changes to the diamond, or if that's just a case of, the ore is much more plentiful, so I have to, it's probably actually the case of the ore is far more plentiful because they're in veins, so I have to pound away at ore more frequently and for a longer duration than I ordinarily do. So it's probably, I would assume, more or less the same, but it just seems like it's like I'm going through picks, just because previously I would mine through more stone than anything else, and like maybe every 10 or 15 blocks I would hit an ore deposit. So okay, time check, 2:30, still a little bit of time. There are some new things that are introduced in 7.2, some since 7.1. Anything new in here? No. nothing exciting to tell you about here. This is new. Animal hides. See the animal hide here? Can't do anything with them yet. Animal hides are stags, is where I've been finding them. I've typically found, I think, between 1, 2, maybe 3. Haven't really paid attention. I know that I've killed about 3 stags since 7.2 came out, and that's when I first noticed them. Apparently you're going to be able to use these in recipes to create one of the items that I know about is furniture. That's all I know about so far. The recipe for furniture does not exist in this build. I understand, well, I believe it's coming, but I do understand that people have seen it inside of Deersville, inside of homes. Apparently it's new furniture, and I assume not the crappy old ratty nasty 70s furniture, the dirty post-apocalyptic furniture that we've been seeing before. So yeah, that's kind of interesting where they're going to go with that. I'm very curious also if we ever get to personalize our individual characters, if we can turn them into clothes. But yeah, that'd be cool if we could turn these into backpacks and you know, maybe quills for our arrows. I would love if I could stop carrying around these damn arrows in my tool belt slot and have a quiver. Please. Same with the ammo. I mean, I have to use up, what, 20% or ish of my slots for ammo. Crossbow I use because it's quieter, because it's quieter, and because it's quieter. And if I do the headshots right, I'm one-shotting everybody. You know, pistol, dogs. You know, it's just too much of a pain in the ass to shoot the dogs with the crossbow. Maybe that's just because my aim can suck sometimes. But anyway, I would love to be able to have quivers. It'd be nice if we could use leather or something to create that. Okay, what else is new here? Cooking grill. We know that the cooking grill can be used. Actually, I'll show that real quick. I don't have any venison to show you, but in the campfire, I think I discussed this previously. This is the old cooking pot. You can take the cooking grill, drop it in here. This venison's already grilled, obviously, but you would just take your ungrilled venison, you drop it in there, and then you just drop in a fuel source. You would cook it, bang, you get dinner. So let's put some stuff back here. Speaking of dinner, I do believe I'm going to have a couple pieces of this delicious stag. Yum, yum, yum. So one thing about that glitching bug that people point out on the forums is the one that I was showing you when I was showing you the torch, is that you can exploit that in PvP to see where other people are hiding their stuff. I've used it, to be honest with you. I went out on what was a co-op server, and after I came back and everybody was like a day later and everybody was gone, it seemed like they'd sort of checked out. I decided to go take their stuff. So I managed to find some places in the dark. If you are worried about doing that as of Alpha 7.2, I'll make a suggestion for you. If you're worried about people finding your crap when you're not there, take out all the light sources from your location. It might make it harder. I'm not saying it's a guarantee they can't find it, but you take away the light and it's not going to stand out as much. Might give you a little bit of a chance to save your crap before you get back. That, or you just play 7 Days to Die all the time. All right, so we got new icons here for the wood. Time check 4:30. Nothing new there. Obviously, our new diamond-shaped blocks, dirt, clay. Actually, I've not tried the brick pavers. Let's create a couple of brick pavers real quick and see what we come up with. I'll just paste them in the world. I think destroyed stones are gone. May be wrong about that, but let's see how the brick pavers look. Ooh. I do believe they look straight. Let's put multiple ones in place. Hey, that's a nice change, actually. So if you remember from prior to Alpha 7, well, definitely any of the Alpha 6s, when you placed a lot of bricks together, you got that wobbly look. Well, I know they're trying to give it a bit of a, reducing that sort of Minecrafty grid-like feel, but it came off looking kind of, a little crappy-ish. But now, so we do still have destroyed stone. Now the brick surface is flat. See, so as I said, you can see damage on the old traditional 3D blocks. Let me do a little housekeeping here for a minute. If you'll indulge me, I will get rid of some of my stuff. I still don't like the fact that I can hear the dogs and the zombies all the way down here underground. I'm at bedrock. I should not be able to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything. Now, based on what I can tell, the zombies cannot hear me. They cannot sense me all the way down here at the bottom. See, undetected. And even at the top of my mining structure, which was probably about 15-ish blocks underground, I could get sensed, but they could never find me. So I could sit there and bang away on iron ore blocks at about 15 or so blocks beneath the surface with zombies overhead. They could sense me. The dogs would spin around in circles, and yes, pimps, they do still spin around in circles sometimes, particularly on hillsides. They'll get on those new sort of slanted blocks. As they're trying to go down, they'll spin around for a second and then go down. So I assume the smoothing will work that out, but the dogs still do spin in circles. But appreciate the the trying. Coal ore obviously looks a little bit different. Concrete blocks, yada yada. Now I'm just dragging things out. In about a couple minutes here, I'll work my way to the surface. Yeah, what else can I talk about? Crafting changes in general. I like the direction it's going in. I've not tried the chemistry yet. Cooking, I've tried. Most of the recipes are largely the same, except for concrete, which I may have discussed before. You no longer use sand and stone in order to do it. You have to use gravel and sand. So if you're looking to do a lot of reinforced concrete, either get near, well, frankly, be near a desert. That's really your only option, or have an easy way to get that from the desert, or along a riverbed or a lake. But you're not going to get anywhere near the amount of sand from a body of water that you will from the desert. So if you're going for the Uber Fortress, then you need to be near the desert. Oh, I need to grab a couple of stone blocks before I head upstairs. Grab those because I made a boneheaded mistake the last time I was trying to record a video here. And I didn't take any with me to get back into my own fort across the jump bridge, which I'd made. Pretty stupid thing to do. Okay, and you'll see in just a minute why I'm doing all of this stuff. Close this door here. I don't worry about anything getting into my base here anymore. I've not had a breach of my my base yet. I've had them beat through walls, primarily because I was doing something stupid like carrying food, uncooked food, or making too much noise. Stealth system, I really like it. It's definitely challenging. There are still issues with the zombie spawning rate. I think that they still spawn way too much. I know that the pimps have put in some controls to help with that problem. And okay, I'm still undetected, so I'm gonna wait until about 7:15 here. This is the last couple of videos that I did for this fort in the new in my 7.0 impressions little mini series here. This is where I was hiding out. This is the remnants of an old house on the side of a wasteland. Oh, have I been detected? I think that's a dog dying. Yes, little doggy's dying. Okay, so... Sorry, what was I talking about? Yeah, so I've gradually gone through and started replacing some of these blocks, but I've spent much more time on the underground fortifications than I have, or my underground fort. Yep. Somebody found me. I'm sensed now. Hear them beating on the walls. Son of a bitch. How do they even hear me? Well, now we get a little gameplay action in. Oh, moves just at the last second. Let's see if I can drag the dogs over here. They don't seem to want to go down into the spikes anymore. See the doggies digging through the dirt? That's kind of ridiculous. Dogs should not be able to dig like that. Ugh. What the hell, man? Seriously. Why are dogs allowed to dig like this? See this guy down there? What's his problem? Why is he not walking up the hill? This guy's gonna dig down into the ground. I've seen these guys, see that stone there? That's because they are digging deep pits. Not trying to get to me, but because they thought I was down there. So they would just go batshit crazy, dig themselves into a hole, and not be able to get out. So even during the day, there'd be zombies. Okay, he fell in down there. We'll let him die off on his own accord. These guys will walk around in circles. Spider zombies still get out. I don't bother trying to shoot anything if it's going down the hill, because watch this guy. See if I beat him here. Drops right down. I waste so many arrows that way. So you can try for the luck shot, but anyway, this is my crude farm for the moment. I've been trying to redo this, but it's been low priority. It provides ample stuff for me, but I'm going to change the whole roof from wood to concrete when I get some more sand, and replant the whole thing. Go get some more corn. Blueberries suck as a food source. Let me kill off these last guys and I'll do a tour of the outside for you. So I saw actually a very good comment that someone had made in the forums today, and that is to make the bird nests renewable. I'm a fan of that idea, actually. Principally because right now, once you pillage out the nests, all you have left are... Look how many of these guys there are. Too many. Yeah, I'll wait till he stops. Headshot! Once, Okay, are we done? Can I go outside of my fort now? I spent about 10 minutes every damn day cleaning up these stupid freaking zombies. Not their corpses, but having to take care of them, and it's a major pain in the ass. Frankly, it's annoying. I go up undetected, they don't see me, I'm not carrying any food. As you can see in my inventory, I'm not carrying any food, just strawberries. They don't aggro on strawberry plants, so why the hell are they aggroing on me now? See, this is what the dog did. How freaking ridiculous is that? Dogs should not be able to dig like that. I'm sorry. I know I'm venting. But that's the way it is. Okay, so if you've seen my other videos, you know that's kind of my theme here. Trying to do a cement fortification of high walls and one ledge overhang. These little blocks down, basically because I hadn't cleaned up my layout internally. I need these to support that overhang for the time being. That'll eventually go away. Typically have 3 blocks deep of the trunk tips, and I usually make it about 3 deep. As I've shown in my prior videos, the spider zombies can get out of those, but yeah, it's okay if they come back out on the other side. Okay, I think that's about it for now. I think that's basically everything I wanted to show. Love the look, love the new trees. The world's got a very moodier feel. Good stuff. Harder to find resources, which I like. And overall, continued great progress from the pimps. Great work, guys, and keep it up. Looking forward to what's coming next. Alright, everybody, that's about it for me. I'm going to go kill a couple of zombies, grab some crap, and then go do something different for a little bit. I'm SunGod, and there's another hole. And I'll catch you guys later. You have a happy zombie apocalypse, everybody. Alright, take care. Bye.
Happy zombie apocalypse, everybody!